Hello everyone. Today I want to show you a couple of tips about how to take images from a Pinterest board, download them into a single folder, and then eventually being able to print them out as a single contact sheet. Now, why do we need to do this? Well, Pinterest is a good way to organize visual research for a topic, and visual research is key in theater design, whether it's scenery or costume or props. So it's very good to have images that you can reference when you are designing and to show others to show where your design is going. Pinterest is a very good tool for organizing your research, your visual research. Sorry about the train. But sometimes it's good to have it offline and downloaded so you can show others and they can understand where you're coming from. So, as you know, Pinterest boards, yes, here are some of mine, are very good for grouping like images. And inside, I'm going to go to my show research. This is research I use for some shows I've designed professionally. Within a board, you have a little plus sign over here. You can add a section. You see here I have 3 sections: Sister Act, Dancing at Lunasa, and Moon Over Buffalo, our late limited show that got canceled because of the COVID pandemic. I'm going to click on that, and I have 19 images in here. Now what I like to do is I like to download those. I could go to each image, click Save As, Save Image As, and put it in a folder and have them all together. Well, time is money, and I can be pretty lazy sometimes, so I want to do all of them in one go, because only though this one has 19, you'll see others have 54, 40 pins, and that kind of takes up a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Moon Over Buffalo section. I'm going to go up here in this empty space, right click, Save As. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring up file name Pinterest, save as type. You see, this is very important. It should say web page complete. If I click on the little arrow, I have several options, 3 options actually, and I want to make sure it says web page complete. Then you want to do a file of your choosing, or excuse me, a folder of your choosing. I have an empty one here called Temp Scams. I'm just going to save. Now if you have Chrome, you'll look down here. Can you see down here? It's showing that it's loading. It's all done. Good. Okay. Let's double check. Minimize this. I'm going to go to that file. There you see Pinterest files. Double click. And there you see a whole bunch of gobbledygook and then all my images. Now we got to do a little housekeeping here. So the next thing I want to do is go up to View up here on the menu. Let's do Details. Then I'm going to go to Type. You see Type here. Click on that. That will organize all the files alphabetically according to the type of file it is. So all I have to do is make a box, download, cascade, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to delete every file that is not a JPEG file. Bye-bye. We got some below, the MJS files. Those are going, text, whatever we just want. There we go. And that gets me down to my base file, all in one folder. How about that? Now, remember I said I had 19 items in my section on Moon Over Buffalo, but this is showing 21. So 2 extras have shown up. So I'm going to change the view to large icons, and we see that 2 of those are my profile pictures, my handsome mug there. Well, in profile, my handsome profile, I guess you could say, if we were being modest. I'm going to double click and get rid of those. They have no business being. There we have it. We have 19 images downloaded there from our Pinterest page. So that has already saved a lot of time. Now I'm going to close this. Now we need a program that will turn all these into one contact page, or excuse me, more than one, but a series of contact pages that are organized, that are labeled, that tell you what it is. So we're going to download a free program. I'm going to go to the Google, and in the Google box, oh good, you get to see my search history, which is not bad, so nothing to hide here. I'm going to type in Adobe Bridge. Digital asset management software, download free Adobe. Now wait, you got to download something, I know, and sometimes that can be problematic, but this is Adobe. This is a trusted company, and when you download, you do not have to sign up for anything. You will get a thing called Creative Cloud Desktop app, but you can, it's no big deal. It's just another cloud thing. There's tons of them out there. There's Dropbox, there's Microsoft, whatever, Apple, blah blah blah. They want you to use there for their Adobe systems. It will pop up on your desktop, but you can uninstall it later. I'm not going to download it. I already have, so I'm not going to waste time in this tutorial doing a new one. We will just go and we'll open that puppy up. It's in my Adobe Apps, Adobe Bridge. Like I said, it's free. It's a free tool. Okay, there we go. Let me get it set up. Bear with me. Obviously, I didn't reset. Okay, what you'll get is this screen. Probably be minimized like that, but we're going to maximize it. It has all your files and folders on your computer, on your desktop. Nicely spread out here. We are going to look for the folder that has our photos in it, our thumbnails. Temp scan. Pinterest files. There we are. Okay, here they all are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select all of them. There's two ways to do that. You can start over in the lower right corner, click and hold down the right mouse button and drag till they all are highlighted and all selected. Or you can click on one picture on your keyboard, hit Control plus A together, and that will also select them. Now it's got a bunch of stuff here. We don't really care about that. You can rate them by stars if you want, if you've got free time, but you don't need to. What we need to do is go from Essentials, that's the tab we're in, over to Output. And we'll get this. Okay, this is a page. Now what we're going to do is we're going to export this to Acrobat, to PDF. We're going to make a PDF contact sheet. So our settings that we're interested in are over here on the right. See where my mouse is? Trending here that way. Okay. So we're going to set some parameters here. We're going to get some, give it some conditions. This is our preset. Page size. We want page size to be letter. So click on the air. That's good. We want the quality as high as possible. So we're going to go up to 12. Resolution 300 dpi. Very good. Oh, one thing I forgot to do also, once we see all that, we're going to take the picture, we're going to click on the first one, hold down the right mouse button, and drag it, there we go, over to the image. You see we have 5 pages. I want to go to page 1. Okay. Now, we have that. It's on a page, a letter size page. Don't worry about these grids here. These are just to show the relation between the images. There are guides they won't print out. If you want to get rid of them, you see over here, the lower left, show guides. You just turn that off, and you get a clear picture. So you can see now we have a contact sheet with all our images. They're in all its glory. Okay, now a couple of things we can do. You have the file name here. If you don't want the extension, you can turn that off, or just turn off the file name. I don't need file names. I just turn it off. Okay, once that's done, go back over here to the right, click on header and footer. Now this is your option if you want. You can put a header, I tend to, which will describe what we're looking at. This is Moon over Buffalo. Dressing rooms. And you can see it shows up on the contact sheet. That will be on all 5 sheets, as you can see there. Font Arial 12, sure, that works fine. Should be 12-point font, 10 or 12-point font is a good size. If you want some sort of divider between the header, the title, and the pictures, you can add a little bit of a, there we go. You can also change the colors if you want. But since we're being designers here, well, ooh, that's too light for me. I'm going to go a darker blue. There we go. So, okay. Then, if you want a page number, I like page numbers. Include footer, click on that. Include page number. Where's that page number going to be? Well, I'm going to put it footer left, so it's on the opposite side. Arial 12 is the font. Looks perfect. And that's all you need to do. So what's going to happen is, once you've got all that done, it's going to say export to PDF. I'm going to call this MOB, M-O-B for Moon Over Buffalo, Research, Save. Okay. Now, here's what we've got. It has saved a nice little contact sheet with all your images. There, 5 pages, 1 per. Now, one caveat to this is it is a bit, these are thumbnails, so they are kind of pixelated. The quality is not great, but the good thing about this is you have references in one place that you put on your Pinterest board and then are transferred to another show. I do this all the time on my shows. If you will bear with me while I bring up some shows. What's a good show? Well, I just did Sister Act. I'll show you that one. Research. I call them contact sheets, where I'll have different types of things. Pinterest Fieldstone, you can see. And these are good reference. The good thing about these is, even though this is a digital age, you will find, if you're a designer or a director who does visual research, that you can, that if you print something out, you can stick it on boards, you can show it to people, you can carry it into a paint shop or onto a stage. If you have those to show people that are printouts and are easy to access, that will help you immensely. Also, you can send these digital files, which I do to directors, people I work with, carpenters, scene painters, so forth and so on, and it helps a lot. One last thing I need to show you. I'm sorry, I actually forgot something. Do I want to close all time? Yes, I certainly do. Thank you for asking. Let me go back to this. One thing I forgot to mention is grids and margins. Over here on the left again. See, I did all the documents. We did the header and footer. That's all good. But if you don't want the 4x4 arrangement, 2 columns and 2 rows, you have sliders here. So you can change that combination of rows and sliders. If you want to, you can put everything on one page. That's a contact sheet. I like to, because it's a good balance. Like I said, it's going to be a little roughly pixelated because they are thumbnails from Pinterest. So I tend to like them 4x4. That gives you the balance of being able to see them clearly, but getting rid of some of the fuzziness that comes with printing these out. Okay, well, I hope that was a help to you. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for listening.